You've seen it. You've seen it just like I've seen it. All this hype, this debate, these arguments, these cries for social justice when it comes to a shoe company. You've seen all the debate and the passion about taking a knee or standing up. You've seen all this conversation about a former football player who's making sacrifices. And all that is valid. All that is valid. The cries for social justice, the protests on both sides, I understand that. But what I don't understand is this. I don't get this. Does it matter when it comes to where you live and where I live in this sense? You know, just like I know, that right now, this very, very minute, there is a child being abused in every single corner of our nation and in your city and my city. You know that right now, this very moment, there's a child being raped and sexually abused across all 50 states and in my community and in your community. Yet, I know you don't see this. I know you don't see the people who are taking a knee or standing up for these children. There's no cries for social justice when it comes to the human rights of children. People are more concerned about a tennis shoe company and an advertisement on TV, and they care about the children who are suffering right where they live. Because that makes us feel uncomfortable. That makes us feel uncomfortable. Right now, there's a child right now who is going to go to bed tonight thinking, please don't come in my house and rape me one more time. There's a child right now who's hoping that he can hide before he goes to sleep at night so the person who comes in his room and whips him, beats him over and over again does not do it one more time. There are children who are going to wake up tomorrow morning where you live and where I live, who are going to hope to go to school for one reason, and that's to escape for a brief amount of time the brutality that they face on a day-to-day basis. And it happens right where you live. But there's no cries for social justice. There is no one waving flags for these children. There is no one who's going to take a knee or stand up and make sacrifices for these kids because, again, it makes us feel uncomfortable knowing this happens where we live. We would much rather engage in the national debate about these Nike commercials or these football players or taking a knee or whatever it may be. We engage in that conversation because that makes us feel a little more important than what side we take on. But when it comes to the children where we live, it comes to the children in our community, no one is standing up and marching in the streets and demanding these children be protected and the child abuse does not happen anymore. Yeah, it makes me angry. It should make you angry. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if we had taken 10% of that passion about that Nike commercial, 10% of that passion about taking a stand or standing up, 10% of all that energy, 10%, and we place it in protecting children in our communities? Can you imagine what that would do? Sad thing is this, that's not going to happen unless you do something about it. It's not going to happen until you and I say there are more important things than a TV commercial. There are more important things than a football field. What matters is keeping a child safe. What matters is protecting a child from danger. So, take a knee for that child or stand up for that child. Because I can imagine this. I can tell you this. There's a child right now hopes that you fight for their rights.